happy Friday. Welcome to Stay Home Sessions with Sam. I'd love to see some new names popping up there. I'd love to see my originals coming back. I'll go over today's workout. I'll go over the warm-up. We'll do the warm-up together. Go over the workout. We'll do the workout together. It's just nice coming together as a rowing community. Even though we're in our own homes, we still have some sense of togetherness here. I have a UMass alum along with me, Zoe Hill. Go UMass. Love it. Okay, so go over the workout and let's get started. Okay, so our warm-up today is a 5-minute row. We'll start with some technique. We'll move into some power 10s. With our technique, we'll do arms only, arms body, quarter slide, half slide, 3/4 slide, full slide. Move into 3 power 10s at different stroke rates. I'll call you on those power 10s. And you can set your monitor up for just row, or you can set it up for 5 minutes. We're gonna be a little over 5 minutes with that last power 10. Okay, so setting up our machine, we have our foot stretchers. Our strap is at the widest part of our foot. We have our damper between a 3 and a 5. Pulling down that handle here to get started. Great. And the only thing you'll need for today is an erg and a mat and your body. All of the body circuit movements are body weight. And if you don't have an erg, you can always replace it with a treadmill workout or a bike workout, especially your interval workouts. It's great. It's just on and then off with the rest. You can do jogging as we paddle. I have a friend, Nicole, on. She is on her treadmill. So we can still do the body circuit together. Great. So let's strap in here. We have our warm-up. Starting with arms only, setting up the monitor, hitting menu, just row. Sitting back at the finish, starting with arms only. Sitting up nice and tall, relaxing those shoulders. Creating length in the spine here. Fully extending those arms. Adding in the body, into, here's 1, and 2, arms away, body swings over, body swings back, arms. Getting that body over, hinging at the hips, still staying up nice and tall as we swing that body, and coming into quarter slide, into, here's 1, and 2, quarter slide. Slight bend in the legs here. Sitting up nice and tall. Half slide, into, here's 1, and 2, half slide. Where the elbows meet the knees. Nice. Quick turnaround when you get to that half slide. 3/4 slide. Into. Here's 1. And 2. 3/4. Slowly inching our way up the slide. Nice relaxed recovery. Getting up to that 3/4. And full slide, into, here's 1, and 2, full slide. Getting all the way up to that catch. Stroke rate should sit around a 20, no higher. Just building a nice rhythm here. Nice relaxed recovery. Starting to add in pressure. Still relaxing those shoulders. Nice strong finish. Wrists are flat. And we'll take our first power 10 at the 3-minute mark at a 22 stroke rate. Getting ready to build for 2. Here's 1 and 2, 10 to 22. Pressing back. 5 more. Last 3. Last 1. Bring it down. Still feeling connected through the foot plates. Watching that lunge into the catch. And our second power 10 will be at the 4-minute mark at a 24-stroke rate. Into, here's 1, and 2, 24. Last 5, nailing that 24. 3. Last 1. And bring it down. We're breathing here. Staying up to let that air in. Getting ready for our last and final power 10. At the 5-minute mark, we're going off at a 26. Into, here's 1, and 2, 10 to 26. Last 5. 3. Last 1 here. Paddle. Woo. And the last 2 paddle strokes. Make them good. And relax. Set the handle down. Unstrap here. Take this time as I'm going over the workout to stretch anything your body needs. Grab some water. Shed some layers. Okay. Ooh. So, our workout today, we have a little bit of interval sprinting. We're starting with a 50-second interval on. So we'll have 2 by 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes we'll do, starting with 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off. That off, you'll be continuously rowing on the paddle. Then 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 30 seconds on, 30 off, 20 on, 40 off, 10 on, 50 off. So that's a 5-minute piece. So you'll set your monitor for 5 minutes, and then we'll row those. I'll call you on and off for those intervals. So after that first 5-minute row, we'll go into the full body circuit. It's 7 movements. Each movement is 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off to transition between movements. And I'll go over each movement right now. If you need modifications, feel free to listen to your body. This is just a template. So we have a walking burpee. So starting in a high plank, up, up, back, back, up, up. So it's like you're doing a burpee, but we're just walking through it. And then we have glute bridge, so down on the mat. Feet are hip distance apart, lifting off the feet, keeping those hips parallel. And we're gonna hold here for 40. If you wanna add in a challenge, feel free to do some leg lifts while keeping those hips parallel, alternating those legs, just keeping those hips up. Next movement, we'll stay down on the mat for apple pickers. Feet hip distance apart in a bridge pose, reaching for those apples, alternating hands, reaching up, using the core to lift that body off the mat. Beautiful. Staying down on the mat for shoulder taps, up in a high plank, keeping that butt down. Tapping opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Make sure those hands are tracking below the shoulders, butt is down. Tapping those shoulders. And then we have squat leg lift. So feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Chest is up, squat, leg lift to the side. Squat, leg lift to the side. This will make your glutes sore tomorrow. Starting the weekend off right. And then we have our high plank dips. So up in a high plank. And we're gonna be swiveling our hips side to side on those toes, using those abs to twist and dipping those hips. If that one's too hard, you can always just hold that high plank, move to tabs. Any variation of plank is perfect. And we always finish off with our wall sit. So finding a wall, feet hip distance apart, legs at a 90-degree angle, back is pressed up against the wall. You'll hold here for 45 seconds. If you don't have a wall near you, if you're outside enjoying the beautiful day, feel free to just hold a squat. You can add in some heel toes, any variation of squat, working the legs for that 45 seconds. So after you go through the whole body circuit, we'll move back into another 5-minute piece. Same format, 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off, going through, and then we'll go through the body circuit again, and then you have your cool down. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll set our monitors up for 5 minutes, and then I'll call you on those intervals. So setting your monitors. Okay, up for 5 minutes. Grabbing our last sips of water here. Okay, so setting up your monitor, menu, select workout, new workout, single time. Set up for 5:00. I'm sure most of you guys can set this up in your sleep. And hit that little check mark at the bottom. So we're set up for 5 minutes. We're starting with a 50-second piece on. So strapping in here. Sitting up tall at the catch. Attention. Row. Getting right into it. No stroke rate cap. We're sprinting here for 50 seconds. I'm gonna sit at a 30 stroke rate. Who's staying with me? Fast hands away. No hesitation up at that catch. 20 seconds. Really pressing down with those legs. All the way through for 5. Paddle. On in 2. Here's 1. And 2, 40 seconds. Getting right back into it. Getting these longer pieces out of the way. Fifteen seconds. Sit up. Paddle. Woo. 30-second piece ahead of us. Relaxing and recovery, on in 2. Here's 1. And 2, 30 seconds. Take it here, Zoe. Nice strong legs down here, Emma. paddle. Woo. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing. Using this rest time to connect back with that technique. "20-second piece. Into, here's one, and two, 20 seconds. Getting right into it here, Pete. I'm at a 32 stroke rate. Paddle. Getting that body over. Nicole, you should be jogging here, keeping a nice pace for people on the treadmill. Gearing up for a 10-second piece, all out here. Into, here's one, and two, 10 seconds. Lowest splits of the day. Paddle. Finishing off with a nice clean paddle here. Connecting back with our body control, our breath. Nice, Robert. Keep up those good strokes. Here for 15. Nice low stroke rate on this paddle. And relax. Nice work. 1 5-minute piece done. Getting into the body circuit, grabbing some water. Okay. Pull this a little bit closer so you guys can hear me better. Okay. So, we're starting with our walking burpees. In 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. So high plank, foot up. Foot back, foot back. So walking through that burpee, nice and gentle on those feet. Keeping that butt down. Fingers spread on the mat in that high plank. 15. Getting those legs up right by the hands. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Staying down on the mat for glute bridge. Laying down on their back. We're on in 5. Remember, raising those hips in 2, 1. Up. If you want to challenge, feel free to add in that leg lift. Squeezing those glutes, keeping those hips up and parallel. Arms by your side. Palms are facing down. Grounding down through the balls of the feet. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Staying down for apple pickers. Remember, we're alternating, grabbing those apples, getting those shoulder blades off the mat. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Grab those apples. Keeping those feet grounded. Using the core to lift up that body. Eliminate any movement in the neck. 15. 3, 2, 1. Staying down on the mat for shoulder taps. Moving into that high plank, tapping opposite hand to opposite shoulder. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Up. Breathing here. Holding through. Nice work, Nicole. Three, 2, 1. Woo! Up for squat leg lift. So we're keeping that chest up nice and tall as we squat, leg lift. 3, 2, 1. Squat, leg lift. Squat, leg lift. Using the glute to lift up that leg. Nice controlled placement of that foot down. Getting some height on that leg. Getting nice and low here, Sally. 15. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Getting ready for high plank hip dips. Down on the mat. 5, 3, 2, 1. Up. And we're dipping, swiveling those toes. If you need a break, feel free to press back into child's pose. Get right back into it. We're breathing here. 15. 3, 2, 1. Wall sit. Finish off this first circuit. Nice and strong. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Find that wall. Sit down like you found that chair. Nice 90 degrees. Pressing that back up against the wall, sitting up nice and tall. Feet hip distance apart. Keeping those hands hanging low. Keep them off the legs. I miss my wall sitting buddy. Usually Linda's right next to me in the Aura studio. She's here with us today. She's a master at wall sits. We're usually wall sitting for like 3 minutes. 45 seconds is nothing. Sinking a little lower for 10. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Woo! Okay, getting ready for our second 5-minute piece. Remember, we're working on these intervals. Our stroke rate's high. We're sprinting full pressure. especially as you get to those last intervals, you have that whole rest break to get right into it. Gear up, using that rest break to connect with your technique. That's the best time to bring it back to your technique. When you're tired, when you're trying to build muscle memory, you don't want to build that sloppy technique where you're falling up. You want to stay up nice and tall, hinging at the hips. The paddle is so important, especially for intervals. Okay, so the best thing about this is we can just go to menu, select workout, re-row, and you should see that 5-minute piece right there. So we'll just hit re-row, strapping in here. Less than 5 minutes of rowing left. Actually 2.5 minutes. Okay, we're starting with our 50-second piece on. And then we'll just roll down the mountain, sitting up nice and tall at the catch. Attention, row. Getting right into that 50-second piece. Make sure we're staying down on it, not opening with the back too soon. Using those legs. We're breathing here. 20 seconds left here, Robert. Seconds. Paddle. Woo. On and 2. Here's 1 and 2. 40 seconds. Pressing off the balls of the feet. Nice, Tegan. 20 seconds left here. Paddle. Woo. We're on that downhill here. Quicker and quicker. 30-second piece ahead of us. Into. Here's 1 and 2. 30 seconds. Holding that beautiful rhythm here, Linda. Paddle. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathing, connecting with the breath. 30 seconds of work left. On into. Here's 1 and 2. 20 seconds. These strokes are for you here, Claudia. Paddle. The flowers are also for you, Claudia. Had some leftover from the Easter Bunny. Using this rest wisely. Thinking about what our coach usually tells us to work on. Getting that body over, opening too soon with the back, lunging at the catch, Fixing it here. 10 seconds. We're on in 2. Here's 1 and 2, 10. All out, empty the tank here. Paddle. Woo. And we're breathing. I'm feeling some energy here on this Friday. At that 10-second mark, we're back on for 10 seconds. That's it. In 2. Here's 1 and 2. Finish it off. 10 seconds. Getting into it. And paddle. You're done. Doing a little extra 10 seconds. Little surprise. Paddle for 3 more. Here's 1, 2, last one. Relax, set the handle down. Nice work, grabbing some water. Woo! Last body circuit left. Then we have a nice cool down, nice relaxing yoga stretching sequence to start off our weekend. Okay, getting ready for walking burpee. So starting down in that high plank. We're on in 3, 2, 1, up. So walk. Nice and gentle on those feet. $15. Woo! 3, 2, 1. Down on the mat for glute bridge. Backs on the mat. We're on in 3, 2, 1. Hips up. And feel free to just hold it here or add in those leg lifts. Keeping those hips up and parallel. Breathing into this position. You should feel it in the quads. You should feel it in the glutes. Really pressing through the heels to get those hips up for 15. Staying up for 3, 2, 1. Down. Staying down for apple pickers. Feel free to windshield wiper those legs back and forth. Rolling out that lower back. And we're on in 3, 2, 1. Apple pickers. Reach for those apples here. So I thought of this exercise this week because I made my first apple pie. My Nana was so good at making pies, and she would whip it up like it was the easiest thing in the world. Making pies are hard. Making your own crust, mine was like exploding in the oven because I didn't have a big enough pan. So that's what inspired me for this one. We're here for 5, 3, 2, 1. Staying down on the mat for shoulder taps. Finding that high plank. 5. Last time we're we're doing this today. 3, 2, 1, up. Feel free to space out those toes for stability. Keeping that butt down. One long plank here. $15. Work it here, Zoe. Three, 2, 1. Woo! Up for squat leg lift. We're on in 5, 3, 2, 1. Squat it out. We're breathing here. Nice step on that squat. Nice height on that leg lift. Nice, Emily. 15. Three, 2, 1. Woo! High plank hip dips. Down on the mat. Finding that high plank in 5, 3, 2, 1. Up and swivel. Swaying those hips side to side, engaging the core. Make sure wrists are tracking below the shoulders in this high plank. 15. Three, 2, 1. Last 45 seconds, wall sit. Finding that wall in 5, 3, 2, 1. We're down. Pressing that back up against the wall. Whew. Breathing here. Getting stronger every second down here. Think happy thoughts. Think about what you're doing this weekend. Maybe you're attempting to make a pie, or you're FaceTiming an old college friend. This is the best time to connect with people who haven't talked to in years. 5, 3, 2, 1. Up. Shake it out. Nice work. Grabbing some water, taking it down to the mat for our cool down. Feel free to take your shoes off here. Relax. Our first position will be down in a figure 4, back on the mat. Okay, coming down to the mat. Really connecting with the mat here. Bringing that leg, our right leg, up and across for a nice figure 4, keeping that left leg into our bridge pose. You should feel this opening up in the hip. If you don't feel this, feel free to grab that left hamstring and pull it in. So we're bringing in that leg, keeping this right knee out so we can feel it in this hip. Breathing into this stretch. Yeah, so we're taking those fingertips through and pulling on that left leg to open up that right hip. Feel free to close your eyes and really connect with a stretch here. Awesome work today. Way to start off your weekend right. And taking a deep breath in, and on your exhale, pulling that leg in a little bit closer. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Switch out that leg. So bring that right leg down, cross that left leg up and over, and feel free to bring that right leg up in closer, tugging on that hamstring to open up that left hip. Breathing into this stretch. And the best thing of doing this together is you know you won't do stretches like this on your own. I always say that, and then you end up doing dishes or getting in the shower, and it's just nice to relax and think about the work you just did and let your body cool down. My favorite thing about yoga, connecting with the mind, the body, the breath. Taking an inhale here, and on your exhale, pulling in a little bit closer to open up that hip. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back into that bridge pose. Teeing out the hands, crossing our right leg over the left, like you're sitting in a chair, and then let your legs just fall to the right for a nice spinal twist, and keep your gaze to the left. And if this is too much, you can uncross the legs and just let your hips fall to the side. But if you want a little bit more, crossing that leg, letting it fall, letting that right leg tug that left leg down to the ground, gazing to the left, really melting into this pose. Breathing here, connecting with the breath. Nice. Coming back to that bridge pose, finding our center, grounding down, taking the left leg, crossing it up and over that right, and letting that fall to the left. Gazing to the right. Nice. Just letting gravity pull this stretch. Breathing, feel free to close your eyes, relaxing the face. And coming back in to our bridge pose, slowly rolling up, coming into tabletop. Wrist tracking below the shoulders, legs hip distance apart, back is flat. You could sit a glass on your back. Nice tabletop. Grounding down here, fingers are spread wide. And then we're gonna do some knee to elbow. So taking our right hand and our left knee, tapping out, tapping in here, curling that back, and then releasing out. So extending that arm and that leg out and crunching in, tapping opposite knee to opposite elbow, crunching out, using those grounded hand and leg for stability and that core. Do a few sets here. 3 more good ones. Connecting with the breath. 2. Last one. And rotate. So taking that left hand, that right leg, opposite knee to opposite elbow, extend nice and wide, curl in, extend. Give me 3 more good ones. 3, 2, 1, and ground. Coming in for some cat-cow. Inhaling, curling the back. Exhaling. Inhaling for cow. Exhaling for cat. Go through a few rounds of these. Biggest breaths of the day here. Fingertips are spread, grounding through the palms. Nice. 3 more. Last one here. Nice. Coming down on our butt, extending our legs out, sitting up nice and tall, extending that spine. And we're gonna reach up and over for those toes. If we can't reach the toes, feel free to go for the back of the hamstrings, the back of the calves, the back of the ankles. Work your way here, trying to keep length upwards and then over. So it's nice hinging at the hips as if we were coming out of the finish. Reaching up. Should feel this in the back of the legs. And let your head hang here. Melting towards those legs. Breathing. And we're here for 3. Inching closer for 2 and 1. Sitting up for butterfly. Nice and tall. Taking the soles of the feet together, rocking back and forth on those butt bones. Finding nice comfort here, sitting up nice and tall, flapping those legs, and grabbing the ankles here to sit up tall, and slight bend forward and back. So we're pressing down on those legs and we're keeping that back nice and flat as we bend forward. Should feel this in the groin, up. Breathing here, pressing those legs down. We're here for 3, 2, and on 1, we're gonna hold it. Deep inhale, and on your exhale, release. Feel free to stretch anything else out your body needs. Thank you for joining me on this Friday.